What happens when a mountain of muscle, a master of stealth, and a pack hunting tactician are thrown into one wild, no-rule brawl? In the brown corner, you've got the brown bear, a heavyweight juggernaut with paws that can crush bones and a temper to match. In the orange corner, here comes the tiger, the largest and most powerful cat on earth, built like a stealth tank with stripes. And finally, stepping in with cold eyes and sharp teeth, we meet the gray wolf, fast, smart, and deadly when the moment's right. Each one is lethal, each one is elite in its own domain. But today, they're not hunting deer or fish or running with their pack. They're facing off in one place, one time, one wild arena. Can the wolf's speed and cutting outmaneuver brute strength? Can the tiger's precision cuts take down a bear 3 times its size? Or will the brown bear simply smash anything that moves? Grab your gear, folks, because this isn't your typical nature documentary. This is brown bear versus tiger versus wolf. And we're about to find out which predator truly reigns supreme when the fur starts flying. Before these apex predators throw down, let's look at what each of them brings to the battlefield. Because in nature, every claw, tooth, and pound of muscle is designed for one thing: survival by dominance. Brown bear, the walking bulldozer. The brown bear doesn't need fancy tricks. It's built like a monster truck on legs. This beast can stand over 10 feet tall when fully upright and tip the scales at more than 1,300 pounds. Its front limbs are absolute sledgehammers. With a single swipe, it can snap a deer's neck or tear open a tree like paper. Those massive paws come armed with 4-inch claws longer than grizzly teeth and curved like meat hooks. Add a bite force of over 1,000 psi and thick fat and fur armor that soaks up damage, and you've got a predator that doesn't just fight, it demolishes. Tiger, the stealth assassin. The tiger may not be as heavy as the bear, but it's all muscle and it's silent. Weighing up to 700 pounds and stretching nearly 10 feet long, the tiger is a solo stalker that hits like a freight train. Its retractable claws are razors designed for slicing, not just gripping. And when it bites to kill, delivering over 1,000 psi of pressure aimed at the neck or spine for a lightning-fast takedown. It's incredibly fast in short bursts, think 40 miles per hour, and deadly accurate. But its true strength lies in stealth, those signature stripes. They're camouflage, allowing it to blend into tall grasses or forests until it's too late for its prey. The tiger doesn't brawl, it ambushes, it finishes. Gray wolf, the tactical hit-and-run hunter. Now, don't laugh at the little guy. Sure, the gray wolf is only about 100 pounds, but it's built like a lean, long-distance assassin. While the bear and tiger bring brute force, the wolf brings brains, speed, and nerve. With a bite force between 400 and 500 psi and sharp teeth made for tearing muscle, it knows where to strike. It goes for legs, joints, and the throat, not to overpower, but to disable and outlast. It's fast, it's tireless, and above all, it's smart. Even alone, a wolf is constantly reading its opponent, adapting in real time, and testing for weakness like a battlefield tactician. One-on-one, it's outmatched in size, but underestimate the wolf and your dinner. So we've got a bear that crushes, a tiger that slices, and a wolf that calculates. Each predator is a masterclass in design. The question is whose style wins when they meet on equal ground. It's not just about strength, it's about instinct. Because in the wild, your style of hunting is also your style of fighting. So what happens when a steamroller, a sniper, and a strategist walk into a fight? Let's find out. Brown bear, the one-man wrecking crew. The brown bear is not a finesse fighter. It's a force of nature that crashes into situations with overwhelming strength. In the wild, bears hunt opportunistically. They'll chase down moose calves, dig up burrowing animals, and even fight wolves for carcasses. But their most famous move, the blitz and crush. They charge, they slam, they overpower. They're not sneaking up on anything, they're just making sure nothing gets back up. And when they fight other bears, oh yes, they fight, they use brutal grappling, biting, and swiping to dominate. In our fantasy arena, the bear's instinct is simple: get close, get control, get it over with. Tiger, the solo assassin. The tiger, on the other hand, plays a different game. It doesn't chase, it waits. It stalks its prey silently through dense jungle, getting as close as possible before delivering a fatal pounce. It usually goes for the throat or neck, crushing the windpipe or severing the spine, Most kills are made in seconds. Tigers are also territorial fighters. When they clash, they unleash violent ambushes and use speed, angles, and precision to win. They don't brawl like lions, they strike with deadly purpose. In this triple threat battle, the tiger isn't going head-to-head unless it must. It's looking for a flaw, an opening, a mistake, and it'll strike when the timing is perfect. Grey Wolf, the tactical opportunist. Now let's talk about the wolf, the smallest, but also the smartest player on the board. Wolves are pack hunters by nature, but solo wolves still survive by being cunning, patient, and endlessly strategic. Wolves test their prey. They nip at weak legs, circle from behind, and keep moving until the opponent is tired, bleeding, or broken. They don't rely on brute force. They rely on calculated pressure. If the bear is a tank, and the tiger is a blade, the wolf is a chess player with fangs. In a 1v1v1 battle, the wolf knows it can't win with power. But it might just win with timing, terrain, and technique. So, who has the edge? The bear will try to end the fight quickly, using raw power to flatten whoever moves. The tiger will stay low and quiet, waiting for the perfect strike. The wolf will dance at the edge of chaos, looking for two titans to hurt each other first. 3 predators, 3 styles. Only one will adapt fast enough to survive the wildest brawl in fantasy nature. Let's set the scene, a forest clearing at dusk. The air is thick with tension. 3 predators enter not to hunt but to survive. No escape, no alliances. Just instinct versus instinct. Let's begin. The arena, nature's neutral ground. This isn't a zoo. This is untamed wilderness. One side is dense woodland, perfect for stealth. Another opens into rocky terrain, ideal for brute movement. The edge? A slight hill with long grass just enough for fast footwork and cover. No human interference, no fences, only tooth, claw, and blood. Round 1, first sighting. The wolf arrives first, silent, alert, eyes scanning. It doesn't charge, it circles, assessing. It knows it's outmatched in size, so it waits. Then, rustling from the trees, the tiger enters low to the ground, shoulders rippling with each step. No sound, only intent. The 2 lock eyes, but neither makes a move. Suddenly, a deep, earth-shaking growl. Branches crack. The brown bear barrels into the clearing like a wrecking ball, pawing the dirt and roaring a challenge. It's on. Round 2, clash of power and precision. The bear charges the tiger, no hesitation. But the tiger dodges, fast and smooth, slashing the bear's shoulder as it slips past. The bear growls in pain but doesn't stop. It spins, swinging a paw wide, and lands a partial hit. The tiger stumbles but recovers, now circling warily. It knows this is no prey, it's a battle tank with teeth. The wolf, meanwhile, has disappeared into the grass, watching, waiting. Suddenly, the wolf darts in and bites the bear's hind leg, aiming to slow the giant. The bear roars, kicking back with bone-cracking force. The wolf dodges barely, but it bought the tiger an opening. The tiger pounces, this time claws outstretched, landing hard on the bear's back. For flies, the bear roars again, slamming its back into a tree to shake the tiger loose. All 3 are bleeding now. No one is holding back. Final round, blood and dominance. The wolf goes for the tiger next, trying to wear it down, but the tiger is ready. It spins and slams the wolf with a paw to the ribs, sending it tumbling. The wolf yelps, breath knocked out, but rises again. That distraction is all the bear needs. With a roar, it charges the tiger one more time, and this time, the hit lands fully. The tiger is thrown off its feet, crashing into the dirt. It tries to rise, but the bear is on it. Paw, teeth, weight, a full-on bear avalanche. The wolf circles, limping, watching the tiger pinned under 1,300 pounds of fury. Then it makes its decision. It runs, smart move. Live to fight another day. The aftermath. The clearing is still. The tiger lies broken, the wolf vanished, and in the center, blooded but standing, the brown bear growls in victory. This wasn't just power, this was endurance. Resilience, dominance. But does this mean the bear is always the winner? Or just that, in this simulation, raw power outlasted strategy and speed? So after the blood, dust, and roaring chaos, the brown bear stood tall. But is winning one brutal battle enough to be crowned the king of predators? Let's break it down. Brown bear, the champion of brutality. In this fantasy clash, the brown bear earned the win. Its massive size, raw strength, and sheer durability let it take hits no other predator could survive. It didn't win with grace, it didn't win with speed. It won by outlasting and overpowering. It's the tank of the animal kingdom. And in a no-rules deathmatch, that matters. But let's not be fooled, victory in the arena doesn't make you the ruler of nature. It makes you the last one breathing. Tiger, the precision assassin. The tiger fought smart. It hit fast, aimed true, and almost took the bear down through technique. But it lacked the endurance to outlast both enemies in a drawn-out war. Still, the tiger remains one of the deadliest solo hunters on Earth. In the wild, it rarely loses because it picks its battles. Its loss here is not weakness. It's a reminder that brains and stealth often win before the fight even begins. Grey Wolf, the strategic survivor. Now let's talk about the Wolf. Did it win the brawl? No. But it did something even smarter. It walked away. In real life, a wolf wouldn't pick a fight with a bear or a tiger alone. It would wait. It would call the pack. And then it would control the field through numbers, coordination, and strategy. That kind of thinking, that's long-term dominance. That's the mind of a survivor. So while the bear may win the title of brute force champion, the wolf walks away with the crown of intelligence and adaptability. So who's the real king? If you're looking for a winner of this fight, it's the brown bear. But if you're asking who truly rules in the wild, that depends on the battlefield. In close quarters combat, the bear rules. In ambush warfare, the tiger dominates. And in long-term survival and strategy, the wolf leads. There is no single king. There are just different rulers of different worlds, each built by nature to thrive, conquer, and survive. Final thought: nature doesn't pick favorites. It picks fighters who know when to strike, when to retreat, and when to evolve. So next time you think who would win in a fight, ask instead who wins the war of survival. Want more matchups like this? Drop your dream battle in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more epic wildlife showdowns.